Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about finding inspiration and how to get inspiration for your photo shoots. This is what every photographer do in terms of finding inspiration for your photo shoot. Now, what you need to know is inspiration can come from anywhere. It doesn't have to be just from copying and pasting. You don't necessarily have to copy other photographers' work. I've seen photographers or even creative copy word for word. You just need to know that inspiration is just every idea is an idea of an idea, or a copy of an idea. Just remember that. Now, this is not about just ripping other people's work off. To be inspired is just to take a bit from everyone and then to put it together to make your own version or interpretation of the idea. So I'm not really going to talk about how much painting, all that kind of stuff about Pinterest. This is not what this is about. This is just solely about inspiration. Now, there are a lot of podcasts out there and a lot of Pinterest bloggers out there that make content. If you want to know more about Pinterest, you can go on YouTube or go on social media, TikTok, whatever, and learn more about Pinterest in itself. Now, obviously, as a photographer, having your own blog can be very beneficial. Obviously, it's great for SEO. It's great for people to potentially find you. You can share your experience and all that kind of stuff, behind the scenes, that kind of stuff. And not only this would allow you to attract potential clients, to attract to attract brands who might want to work with you as well. And if you don't have a blog yet, obviously you can make one up on Tumblr. There's so many bloggers, there's Wix, there's Squarespace, there's tons of platforms out there that offer free blogs. If you don't want to make a blog, if it's just that you want to make a YouTube and just use the post section on YouTube as a blog, you can also do that. Now to make your blog successful, just know that obviously the medium as well as another great way of blogging. It takes tons of research, topics that people are interested in. So you might be best to do research on what people are actually searching for and try to be the solution to their problem. And also, if you're gonna talk about anything on your blog, it could be about photography technique. It could be, I suppose, maybe blogging. I don't want to say outdated, but not outdated, but it's more content, probably. It's the right word, blogging/content. You can have to document your content. If you're a photographer that does wedding, for example, you can make a TikTok or a YouTube, maybe not even if you don't want to go to that length, just to record a YouTube on Reels, or if you're a day in the life of a photographer, a day in the life of a wedding photographer, or a fashion photographer that works with a model agency. Documenting this is almost a great way to build relationship with potential clients, potential customers that are going to be willing to work with you in the future. And this ensures obviously that you're marketing yourself out there without marketing it in itself. Now, your artwork paint. Now, for you as a photographer, it's very important how you display your work online. It depends on the aesthetic you're going for, on the niche of photography you're going for, and the kind of clients the kind of people you want to attract. Okay. For example, if you are a wedding photographer, obviously you want to showcase different pictures of maybe couples getting married, maybe different wedding guests. Your objective is going to be different from a landscape photographer. And take into consideration, do you want to attract more clients? Do you want to sell print? Do you want to book more weddings? Do you want to book more events? Whatever the goal and objective is, that's solely up to you. Now, once you know what your goal is, you can then now go backward and create your portfolio, your online portfolio to reflect. For instance, if you want to work with more brands, that's what you want to do, then you might want to tailor your portfolio to look like, to showcase all the brands you work with. If it's just more of editorial, then you might want to tailor your editorials, your photos to showcase all the magazines and all the photo shoots you've done, all that kind of stuff. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is Instagram/TikTok. I'll talk about TikTok later, or Instagram, okay? Well, Pinterest is great for pinning images. It primarily focuses just for inspiration and to pin ideas, to create a mood board, that kind of stuff, save pins and all that kind of stuff. Now, Instagram is almost like a portfolio now. If you know your Instagram is almost like a portfolio. And even brands sometimes there used to be a time where models can just get booking they go for a specific look, and now brands are almost working the other way around and trying to see, okay, how many reach does this model have, or how many potential how many potential eyeballs or customers can this person brings. So building an online presence is great, but I think I wouldn't worry so much about following amounts, because I know a lot of creators that have a lot of followers that they don't even make rent. So I will focus more on quality, showcasing quality photography, as opposed to worrying about followers amount. So you can use Instagram and Pinterest combined together. Now, the next one I want to talk about is TikTok. TikTok is a way for photographers just to document, not only just from your point of view. If you have to work your way backward, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to work with small businesses? Do you want to work with brands? Do you want to work with fashion houses, the runways? So if I was a photographer, let's say I'm a photographer, and my objective is just to work with local restaurants or brands, or to work with local boutiques, I will be documenting my photography also, but from the point of view of my customers problem. So for example, let's say I'm a local photographer and there's a boutique down the road called Sally's Boutique. What I would do is I would say, does your photograph look like this on your website? This is probably why you're not able to sell your this is why you're not able to sell your luxury women's dresses, or your fill in the blank. And then if you want to take it a step further, you can showcase how you work with a particular client, make a video about it, and then you can either run, once you've showcased it, to show the results and the benefit of it, because sometimes a lot of people don't know that the benefit of hiring a professional photographer for their brand. They might just see it as waste, or just see it as it's not something. It's only people that are truly invested in their brand and photography that understand the importance of having aesthetic and great photography. So I would create a solution from a customer perspective, and then if you want to run ads on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or whatever your ideal customer might be, or TikTok, whatever, and let them save it, contact you, and that's pretty much all it is. In the next topic, we will be talking about creating a mood board.